learn to network. Number 2, know what you want. You want to get to that place, go for it. It doesn't matter the distance, how tired it will be. The resilience will really help you get to where you want to be. Number 3, learn to stay with people. Hello everyone, welcome to the Accounting Girl Show. This is the show that will be brought to you by me, and today I would want to talk about me. My name is Ruth Nyandoya. I hope that you will be able to learn 1 or 2 things from this show. This show is going to talk about businesses. We're going to talk about with entrepreneurs. We're going to talk about with business owners, employers, employees. We are going to look at how different people think in terms of growing businesses and getting opportunities. And today I'll be talking about myself and why I thought it is necessary for me to start this particular show. After high school, I'll start from there. After high school, I passed well, and there was a debate on what career should I choose. I had a guardian who was supporting me in my education since my mother was not around, and the rest is history. So we had to think about which course I wanted to go to. My dream was to become an engineer, but the cluster points did not get me where I was supposed to be. So I ended up into an accounting class. I started my ACCA course that later on, during college, me being very ambitious about wanting to know things. When I finished my first step, the foundation papers in ACCA, I was just going through Facebook. So I found this company that was advertising for a training in town. So when I saw that, I did not have money, and the course was charging 3,000 shillings. So I had to go to my uncle and talk to him nicely, tell him that there's this training that is being offered if he could pay for me. My uncle agreed and paid it for me. So when I attended that training, and me being ambitious, the owner of the company mentioned something in that training. It was a tax training. He mentioned something that if you are free, you could be coming to my company and we'll be giving you tasks to do so that you can practice what we've just taught you. I looked at that and saw an opportunity to explore. So once we finished, I left my number with them. I kept on checking up with them if they had any extra job to be done so that I can practice what I was taught. But remember, in that particular training, before I proceed, in that particular training, we were most college students. So in that training, there was a small networking that was happening. And that's where I learned the power of networking. One guy in the training sent me a note and saying that if we can work together. I looked at it and said, I'll talk to him once the training is done. That friend of mine is called Elijah. I know he'll be watching me. So since that day, we started getting in touch with Elijah. At the same time, I started going to that company to help with tax returns whenever they want to beat deadline. I started practicing it, and also helping around with the trainings that they were also doing. During 2019, after a lot had happened, a lot that I'm not going to get into because I'm just talking about my career growth, I needed a job. I did not have anywhere to go to. I called my friend Elijah. Remember, we met with Elijah like 2 years ago. Now I need Elijah. I called him, I told Elijah, I really need a job. Even if it's a volunteer job, I'll take it. Elijah said, okay, wherever I'm working, I'll look for something for you. In a week's time, Elijah calls me and tells me that there's an opportunity where I'm working and I would want you to come and bring out your CV and see if you'll be taken. He called me at 10, so I had to hustle on how I'm going to print my CV so that in the morning I just go and, for that. By 6:30 a.m. I was in town and we were supposed to meet with Elijah and the other guy who Elijah had also called to go for an interview. The most funniest thing is the normal Kenyan interviews is like they'll interview you and tell you we'll call you back later. This job was not that one. The job interview was like the boss just took my papers, looked at me, and asked me where I stay. Where do you stay? He was a tall man. Where do you stay? I said I stay at Westlands. He said, okay. He called his PA. He said, give this girl laptop, pen, red pen, black pen, pencil, rubber, sharpener. I was like, okay, so this job is being done like this. Give her the bag. Then come, let's go. Remember, I'm green from college. I don't know what's happening. I've never practiced accounting. The company that I was working for, I was working like a PA to a training. So there's nothing in accounting that I knew. So he took me to Athi River, very far end of Athi River, on your way to Machakos. There was a petrol station, a Shell petrol station that was there. When we got there, the boss told me, so this place, the money is getting lost. We don't know how money is disappearing, but we just can't trace where money is going. I was, in my head as a layman, I was like, if money is getting lost, then it's lost. Why would we come here and start looking for it? We'll not get it. But being me, I just kept quiet. I said, okay. I was accepting everything that was told. So the old man took my laptop, told me, sit here, record this, record like this, record like this. I was like, okay. I recorded. He gave me 2 examples and reminded me that it's only a fool who will be given more than 2 examples. And remember, we were with the other boy that we were interviewed with. So he left for Nairobi. He left us in Athi River. He called after 2 hours to just find out the people that he left there, if actually they are doing what he told them to do. Then for me, he said, so he was calling me separate, he called the other guy separate. Within a week, the other boy was called back to the office. Then I was left in Athi River alone, doing the same thing. I'm not understanding what I'm doing, but I'm just doing it because I was told to do it. Then after 2 months, the job was done. Then the boss was like, thank you very much, Ruth. You've done well. I could not even comprehend what I've done. Like, what have I done that I'm being congratulated on? He said, we are going to submit the report. I said, okay. So we went and met the client at Eastleigh and we submitted the job. Then from there, the boss called me back to the office because the company was an accounting firm. He called me back to the office and he told me, I want to add you more clients so that you can serve them. In my head, I'm like, how will I even serve them? Because I'm not yet, like, I've not even understood what I did in the past 2 months. He said, I know you can. Then from there, I started growing myself. And the thing that I need you to understand in that place is, I want to grow. I'm sacrificing all these things because my aim is to grow my career. There's a place I want to reach. I'm sacrificing myself. I'm doing everything to just do what I can best. So fortunately, one of the clients in that accounting firm saw me and he got interested in me working for him. I was not confident again, but the man, the boss now, the accounting firm boss, was used to remind us that if you're not confident enough to go to that job, don't go. Or if you go and things don't work, please come back, because this is like home. That one gave me the confidence and the strength. But still, I did not take that job. I felt like I was not ready to get to do that job on my own. After 6 months, another client came and said, I want this girl to work for me. That one I accepted because I had at least gathered some little bit of experience and confidence to work on these jobs by myself. So I became the accountant of that firm. So working, while I was still, working there, things did not work well. So I got another job. I know you'll be wondering, why is this girl jumping from one place to another? It's me. It's my personality. I know what I want. I know what I want to achieve. And if I feel like the other opportunity is going to stretch me better or get me to where I am, I'll go for it. So in that process, I'm meeting other people with experience, and I'm asking a lot of questions. I want to know why these things are happening like this. Why do we have to do this? Why do we have to do that in the accounting field? I learned a lot of things. And there's one thing I'd forgotten to mention. While working for the first company that was performing training, they had taught us how to register companies, how to file tax returns, how to do all those things. In 2019, I met my first client that I fumbled with registering her company. The confidence that I had while meeting her, you could think that I already know how to register. I even told her I'll submit whatever the things that in the minimum time possible. Oh, then we're like, okay. So because she did not know what I'm doing, and I've already shown my confidence in doing it, she gave me the job. To be honest, I fumbled. I called my friends. How do we do this? How do we do this? After that, I got a next company, and I perfected in registering companies. Now, since I have a little bit of bookkeeping experience, I tell them that I'll also do bookkeeping for you. So this is another opportunity that I'm creating. I've registered a company, and now I want to take the bookkeeping job. So since that day, most of the clients that I've talked to, the ones that I've worked for, they've always trusted me. Why? I am honest. I'll always say, if something is not possible, it's not possible. I'm not going to take a job that I'll not manage to do. And if I take a job that I don't know how to do, I know I have friends. I've created my network. I know my network will help me deliver this job. And my network is always there for me. So what do we draw from this story? Is number one, learn to network. Number two, know what you want. You want to get to that place, go for it. It doesn't matter the distance, how tired it will be. The resilience will really help you get to where you want to be. Number three, learn to stay with people. Just learn how to stay with people for the longest time. You can create a network, but you don't know how to keep the network. So learn to know when and how to relate with different people. Don't have attitudes towards people. Don't look down on someone. That cleaner that you see somewhere can be of help to you one day. Number three, hard work. There's no shortcut. There's no quick money. You have to work. You have to put in the efforts. I was sponsored. My school fees was paid. The person who was paying my school fees was an accountant. But she never gave me my first job. She let me look for the job so that later on she could support me wherever I need her. So sometimes people or your parents will throw you to the world to see how you're going to navigate. Don't start saying life is hard Just face it, face the challenges. You never know. Within those challenges, an opportunity could rise. Thank you for listening to my story, and I hope the journey that I've started with this show, you're going to support me, and I'll also be bringing to you people who will also talk to you and just about the reality of life and how to. We're not going to talk about it was like this. We're going to show you how some things are done, and when you put them in practice, you never know. They could turn into a career. You could open a business, or you can just become a very influential person in the society. Thank you.